How's it going, fellow traders? Magic Trader here. It is September 15th, 2020. We're going to do a Forex market outlook session where we will examine the markets and see what is taking place with all the currencies and the gold and oil charts that we trade. First we'll start off by taking a look at gold. And the first thing I want to point out is gold has been in consolidation. Actually range bound for quite some time here on the daily chart. Now this is what we were expecting. We've mentioned this numerous times back in the past. After such an aggressive move to the upside on the monthly chart, we were expecting some consolidation, and we can see that clearly on the weekly. And what happens when price enters into consolidation on higher time frame charts is we get price action like this, range bound. Okay. So it's going to sit in range bound, and the only thing that's going to kick momentum back into gear is if this supply zone gets taken out or if this demand zone gets taken out. Period. That's what it comes down to. Okay, the 4-hour chart is not important. Alright, what's happening on the 4-hour is not important. If we get a little bit of momentum here, it means nothing. If we get a little bit of weakness here, it means nothing. Nothing until either that daily supply or that daily demand gets removed. So that's pretty much what we're watching for. I'd like to see it come down, and long positions from here will be good to take. High probability trades. Okay. Let's go. Now we have the Aussie. So what do we see here with the Aussie? So we are expecting a move up to the 75s. We got as high as, what was that? The 74.13s. So we're almost up there. Once we get up there, we're going to see likely a lot of bearish pressure. Okay. Why is that? Well, because we'll be hitting a 6-month area of supply up here. Okay. Now, we're also dealing with a 6-month area of supply, so that means when price contacts it, we're not just going to see a drop form overnight. It's going to take some time. Alright, so we have a weekly demand that's been contacted and monthly supply that's been contacted. So price pushes down from there, then it pushes price up from here. Whether it continues higher depends on if this daily area of supply gets removed. If the daily area of supply gets removed, we'll see more upside. If it holds, we'll see more downside. Okay, this is not a chart that I'm looking to trade at this moment. So potential weakness is what we're seeing longer term here. Okay. Now we look at the Aussie Cad. What do we see with the Aussie Cad? Massive supply being contacted. 6-month supply. Now remember what I was saying. Momentum just doesn't shift overnight when such a higher time frame area of supply is contacted. It'll take time, but we are seeing potential weakness with the Aussie, and we can see that the Aussie Cad is also in line with that. Now remember, weakness with the Aussie, and we're also expecting the Canadian dollar to get stronger over time. So if that does take place, Aussie Cad will drop hard. Okay, will drop really hard. So this is a chart for potential short in the future. Okay, so far Aussie Cad both in line with weakness. Now we got the Aussie Yen. And the Aussie Yen is contacting some supply here on the monthly chart, and just contacted higher time frame demand here. So the higher time frame forces are up. Now, why would that be? Let's examine this. If we're expecting Aussie weakness over time, and this chart is to rally upwards, then that would mean that the yen would have to be even weaker than the Aussie. Okay, because if this is going to go up, we would want a strong Aussie and a weak yen, or a weak Aussie but an even weaker yen. And what are we expecting with the yen? We're actually expecting it to get stronger. Okay, because US dollar, Japanese yen over time should drop, although there are many obstacles on that chart as well. So trading this chart is not going to be high odds. Okay, let's just leave it at that. It's not going to be high odds. So we'll continue to monitor it, but I don't have any interest in trading this chart at this time. Now the Aussie Kiwi is a decent one. We are looking at this area here for potential long. Okay, this area here as well. Price contacted some supply. Now we're seeing a push to the downside. Now again, this would require Aussie to be strong, or the Kiwi to be weaker than the Aussie. Now we do see more upside potential in the short term for the Aussie, but longer term weakness. So when we get over to the Kiwi, we'll have to examine that one and see if there is a even stronger potential for the Kiwi to be weaker than the Aussie. Okay, so we'll get to that one later on. Cad Yen, we have